Hi, welcome to our lab safety lecture. Before we can do any chemistry labs this year, it's important that we all understand the rules and safety procedures that we will follow in the chemistry lab. So, before we can do any labs, I need you all to go to the Wilmington website, and under the high school and under students, I need you to locate the science safety contract, read it, and make sure you fill out both sides of it and bring it back into school. The contract outlines a lot of the details that I'm going to go over in the next few slides. As a student in chemistry lab, it's really important that you always wear your safety goggles when we're doing experiments. Eyeglasses and sunglasses are not an adequate substitute because if you get a chemical burn of your eye, it can cause serious damage. So we're always going to wear our goggles. If you have long hair, you're going to tie it back for our labs, especially if we use Bunsen burners. We're going to keep our backpacks and our purses at our desks and not bring them over to the lab tables so they're not underfoot. It's important for you to know the location of the following safety: the eye wash. If you ever did get anything in your eye, you would go straight to that station. The fire blanket and the fire extinguisher, both also very important for putting out a fire. But hopefully we'll never have to use these safety devices because we will certainly not have any horseplay in the lab. No wrestling, no chasing each other around, no hiding things on people. All right, and we're certainly never going to perform any unauthorized experiments. We're going to leave the food and the drink in the caf. If you want to have bottled water at your desk, that's fine, but certainly not over to the lab tables. And we're not going to remove any chemicals or equipment or material from the lab. And we certainly are never going to use any chemicals from any unlabeled containers. If you don't know what it is, stay away. When we heat either flasks or Erlenmeyer's flasks or test tubes, we're going to make sure we never point the mouth of it at you or another person. Always, as the Barbie is showing us, away from your mouth or your face. Okay. And we're never going to heat a closed container. Why is that? Well, as we increase temperature, we will also increase the pressure of the gases inside the container, causing the top to pop off, or worse, the glass to shatter. We're going to make sure we keep flammables away from heat sources, and we're going to clean up our spills immediately. If it's a small spill, make sure you don't put back the material into the source bottle. We don't want to contaminate it. We're going to sweep up our solids and put them in a waste container. And we can dilute small liquid spills with water and mop up with a paper towel. Obviously, larger spills you want to let the teacher know. If, unfortunately, an accident does happen, we're going to make sure we let the teacher know. We're going to use the eye wash if the eyes are involved. We're going to remove any clothes that might be contaminated. We're going to clear the area. All right? But the most important thing is to be sure to report all injuries to the teacher immediately. So, what's your homework? You need to make sure you locate, print out, read, and sign the Wilmington Science Safety Contract. The entire class needs to do that before we can do our first lab. Thank you so much for your attention.